1, 2, 3, 4.
If you find you're stuck indoors,
Make some art and make some more.
if you're feeling really bored,
Make some art and make some more.
don't matter if you cannot draw,
Make some art and make some more.
make something never seen before.
Make some art and make some more. And make some more.
Welcome to Room 13 Art Studio, brought to you each week by Janie, artist in residence at the Mill Primary Academy. She'll help you make your home a fun and fabulous creative zone with little help from Finn and Paddy. Join us each week for Magic Make, Drawing Date, Awesome Artist, Tremendous Tip. Right, let's get the arty started. Phew!
Good morning everyone and welcome to the very first Room 13 Art Studio video. We're going to be coming to you every week with fun activities and inspiring artists to look at. This is
Patrick Lalloway,
aka Paddy, who's going to be helping me a lot with the videos, and behind the camera we have Finn. Way, making sure that everything runs smoothly behind the scenes. So this morning Paddy and I have been looking at the work of and been inspired by the work of
Frank Stella.
Frank Stella. He makes quite rad kind of work. Paddy, do you want to tell us a bit about
Let
it?
me explain. You might be able to see it now. I'm not sure because I can't see the camera, but never mind that. If you look closely or if you look just like at the painting, that's just never got. Why is it 3D? It's 3D. Why? Just why?
So
why?
it's
Why?
part
Why?
painting,
Why?
part painting, part sculpture. It's a mix and mashup. It's a 3D, part painting, part sculpture. And Frank just goes to show you that there are no real rules in art. You can mix it up and make what you like. So now we're going to move on to making an amazing Frank Stella inspired piece of art with you.
Where on earth do you get a 3D painting? Well, apparently it's Frank Stella.
Awesome.
And as a representation of that, I have shown this costume, yes, with these skeleton leggings.
So, shall we move on to the art now, Paddy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
next stage. Okay, so we're going to make a Frank Stella inspired piece of art. All you need is mostly things that you will have around the house. You will need a pair of scissors, a stapler, if you have one. If not, just a glue stick will do. Okay, and a cereal box. Okay, and then everything else to decorate can just be whatever you've got. So we've got some coloured card and paper, and we've got an old map that we're going to cut up and an old book that we're going to collage with. But you can create your own collage papers by colouring in. Yes, Paddy?
Paint pens.
Pens, any felt pens, crayons, oil pastels, anything that you've got. So you can colour on bits of paper and cut them out and collage with them. And collage just means sticking bits of paper onto a background to make it decorative. So we're going to start by cutting our cereal box.
Yes, just like this.
That's right, Paddy. So you might want a grown-up to help you with this bit. So we're just cutting it so that we can open it out flat.
Now, this is the making of our, painting, 3D collage painting.
Yeah, we're making a
Thing.
3D collage painting, aren't we, Paddy?
Yes, well we are replaying the making of this.
So quite a lot of cutting.
Yes.
But once you get it done, that's the hard bit done.
At least we don't have to put up with this anymore because we've already done it. Yes.
Right, okay. So now, Paddy, how would you like to decorate the background? So if we have a look
How I did want to.
at this one, we have stuck things all over the back, and we've got some curved bits of card and paper sticking out. So what do you want to do? Do you want to colour the background, or do you want to leave it plain with just bits sticking out?
It's a tough choice. Well, as you can see, I have had a tough time making our other one. And I'm gonna. I've decided that I want to start off with some green swirls
Okay.
here.
Shall I do some other swirls over here on this side?
Sure, you're allowed to do this. Aren't we going to do a video of us making this, but without our faces? So we're gonna video this, aren't we, Mummy? So
Yeah,
they
this
can
is
see.
all being videoed, Paddy. This is all being filmed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing some red swirls over here to match your green
Yeah, okay.
swirls.
As you can see, we're starting with lots of swirls. I mean, I had no idea what I was going to do. And I'm about to say that I have no idea what I'm going to do.
Do you want to stick any bits of paper onto the background?
No, thanks.
No, you don't like that idea.
I have no idea
Okay.
of what I'm going to say when we're editing what we want to say. The
So,
background in. I just don't have an idea at all.
so while Paddy's decorating the background, I'm going to show you how you can make some of your sticking out bits. So one of the things that you can do is you can make a big spiral. So you can just cut round and round in a circle, like this. Just keep
what's
cutting
this
round and round and round in a circle.
As you can
And
see,
there you go.
some of the stars that I made were a bit messy.
You've got a bit that can stick out. So if I can just show that to the
Yes.
camera, Paddy.
So
So here we have a spiral that sticks out.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick that
That's
on
just my mum.
just to show.
That was what my mum was saying. Thanks. Shall I just keep silent? Yeah, you will hear me talking because I was talking when we were making this.
Okay, so there's one of our sticking out bits.
Ooh, that looks good.
Another thing that you can do is if you want to make a shape, you can make a little concertina on the back that will make the shape stick out. So all you do is fold it one way, then another way, and back like that to make a little concertina. And then your shape can be stuck down. Oops. You glue that end, stick this on, and then you can stick this on to your background. So I'm just going to stick it on here. In some bits, Frank has big shapes that kind of come halfway out of the page.
Why did I cut through? Why did I do that really wonky circle? Plus, it's cutting through the other bits. Why did I even do that when I was making
Well,
it?
that's really nice, Paddy. Look, you've got a bit of overlap and things going on in your work. It's really nice. So,
Oh, thanks.
I'll show you the last kind of technique that we've got here that Frank uses, and that's to have a bit of a shape sticking out. And what I'm going to use for that is a stapler. It's the best way of doing this. So staple one end, and then if we can just move that to the camera, just make sure it's curved up a bit, and staple the other end. Okay. So Paddy, if we could just show that to the camera. So now
Yeah.
we've got some bits really sticking out. Okay. So you can see all along there. So Paddy's decorating on this side.
Shades.
And we've got bits sticking out over on this side. Okay, so we're forming our artwork. Okay, so Paddy, do you want to decorate maybe some down here in this lovely style that you've been doing?
It will be my honour. Why don't I put some blue? Why don't I put some pink on the blue?
That's a nice idea,
And put
Paddy.
some blue on the
It's lovely.
pink.
So we'll get back to you in a bit when we've progressed and finished our artwork. See you in a bit. So here we have our finished beautiful artwork. Paddy, do you want to hold up your piece?
And I'll hold up the other piece. Here.
Not too high, Paddy. It's a bit too high. That's it. That looks lovely, Paddy.
Flat.
And Finn, you want to hold up this piece? That was the piece we made in preparation for the video. So, thank you so much, Finn and Paddy, for all your hard work today.
Oh, it's okay. Very okay.
Okay, did you enjoy yourselves?
Yeah. I love being behind the
So
camera.
say goodbye to all the kids watching.
Bye.
See you next week. So, welcome to Drawing Date. Each video we will learn to draw something a little bit new. All you need is a pencil, any old pencil, and if you have one, a rubber. So, today we're going to look at a technique that is called foreshortening, and it's very simple. It's whenever you want to create depth, the illusion of depth in your picture. So I'm going to show you how. So I'm going to draw a girl, and her hands and her feet are sticking out much further, much closer to us than she is. So I'm going to draw her feet. Got 2 feet, one on either side, and we're going to start with the feet because the feet are going to dictate the size of everything else. So our feet are here and our hands are up here. They're almost but not quite as big as her feet. She's holding them out. So, drawing her fingers, you can make them more accurate by drawing them in sections. And the thumb coming down here. The other hand on this side. That's the thumb. And you don't have to make it perfect, because this is a drawing date where we have a nice time and we just draw together. So we have the hands and feet. Now we can draw in her face. Now her face is going to fit in between her hands. The top of her head is going to be at about the height of her pointy fingers, and then her face is going to come down in behind, and her chin is going to be sort of level with the bottoms of her thumbs. Okay, so we can draw in her eyes. You know the eyes are about halfway down the face. Some eyebrows. She's looking straight ahead. You can draw on lots of details like eyelashes and things like that. Maybe she's got some wavy hair flying out the back. You can just see the hair up there. And little nose. And maybe she's just kind of yelling a little bit. We can see she's like, way. So now we're going to draw her arms. Now this is really important. Her arms are short and they're not very wide. So they're coming down. Do you see where they join the hands? They look like they're just coming up here. And then her body's coming down. Her legs are coming down like so. And there we are. So you can see that her feet look really enormous and her hands pretty big too. So it gives us the illusion that she is back in the picture and her hands and her feet are really coming forwards. And now you can colour that in really nicely. You can decorate it, make the trainers look cool and funky, and you'll have a fantastic foreshortened drawing. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. So, welcome to our awesome artist section. The sun is streaming in through the window. The weather is starting to get really nice, and it might be making you feel a bit sad that you can't get outside and play with your friends at the minute. We're all having to be indoors a lot more than we would be in this lovely weather. So I picked an artist that I thought might be really quite inspiring at this time. His name is Chris Ofili, and he has made some really moving pieces of work, but I wanted to show you this one in particular. It's of a lady who is crying. You can see the tears coming out of her eyes. But what you can't see is that in each of her tears there's a little picture of someone who was called Stephen Lawrence. And I'll just read out what it says in the book to you. On 22nd of April 1993, a young black man called Stephen Lawrence was murdered by a racist gang in London. Chris created this painting of a woman crying as a tribute to Stephen and his family. There is a small picture of Stephen in every tear. So I wanted to show you this beautiful piece of artwork and tell you about Chris, not to make you feel sad, but to help you to understand that for all the bad things, that challenging things that happen in life, there are always good people around. And there's a very famous saying that says, when difficult things happen, look for the people who are helping. Look for all the people who are being kind and helping each other, and that will lift your spirits again, because actually there's more people helping than people not helping. So in general, human beings are very kind and very cooperative, and that's how we can operate as a society. Some of the things that I'd like you to think about in relation to this artwork are, when was the last time that you cried? Have you been crying recently because you can't get outside or you're missing your school chums? Maybe you could draw inside the tears on the worksheet that has been provided with this video. You could draw inside the tears what you've been feeling sad about. You don't even have to have been crying. Maybe you've just got some sad thoughts and sad feelings. The tears could have been about a real event or a fictional one that you've made up. You could use your imagination and make up something. They could be happy or sad tears. So maybe you've been crying from happiness that you don't have to go to school. So don't forget to check out your worksheet for some tears that you can draw on and some more links to Chris's work. And that's our Artist of the Week. So this week's tremendous tip comes from the artist Richard Long, and I've printed off a picture of a piece of artwork that he made, and it's a line that he made by walking in a part of the UK, and he makes lots of his art outdoors just by very slowly and carefully exploring the outdoors and connecting with his environment. I'm going to include a little bit more information about him on the worksheet so that you can have a look, but it just goes to show that you do not need very much to make some art, and some of it can just be made in your garden or any outdoor space that you have. So what we're going to do is help you make a little concertina book that you can take out into your garden, and you can explore what is there. So I've made this one and I've drawn on it with some mud and some crayon and pencils and things, just inspired by what I saw outside, which I will show you in a minute. But first of all, to make the concertina book, you just need an A4 sheet of paper. Any colour of paper will do. And you fold it in half, long ways, just corner to corner, fold it in half, and then you just fold it in half this way again, and then you fold down the two sides like so, so that when you open your piece of paper, you've got 8 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, you want to take a pair of scissors and cut up the middle long ways until you reach the last set of squares, and then you don't cut any more. And then you just start to fold your concertina book like this. You've got a little concertina book like that, and you can take that outside with you to explore your garden. So I'll show you again once more how to fold it. So you just start folding it along, and when you get to this bit here, you just fold that down. Keep folding. You've got a little concertina book to help you explore your garden. So here we are outside. This is a little strip of my garden, a little messy strip, and I've got my concertina book and a pencil and an oil pastel. You can use anything you've got, crayons, felt pens. And also I'm using everything that I can find around me, so I'm using a stick dipped in mud, and I'm just going to make marks on my concertina book, and it's just really interesting to see what you can pick up. Some little interesting bits of crockery and things. So again, I can dip those in the mud, see what marks I can get with those. So we're just using our outdoor environment, just like the artist Richard Long, who walks and makes sculptures and interesting things. We're just going to see all the interesting things that we can find. We might on our way discover little creatures, lots of interesting plants. So it's helping us to really take notice of the world around us.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If you find you're stuck indoors,
Make some art and make some more.
if you're feeling really bored,
Make some art and make some more.
don't matter if you cannot draw.
Make